Welcome everybody back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today as I guide you through the wonderful world of Pilates. So for today's Pilates practice, I thought I would add a little prop to our workout today. We will be using this ball right here. Now if you don't have one at home, you have two options. If you have kids and you happen to have like a small toy ball, you can use that as well. Or if not, you can opt to get a nice small but fluffy cushion. If you have none of the above, it's fine. You'll still be able to participate in this nice workout. So come on, get your ball cushion and join me on the mat. We are going to begin lying down. I want you to place your ball between your knees. You also have the option of placing it between your thighs if your ball or your cushion isn't as thick as this. Your feet are still going to be hip width apart, and we're going to roll down to the mat, starting lying flat. Arms just to the side of the body, a little bit of space between your hips and your hands. I want you to take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, pull your belly button down towards your spine. Take another deep breath in. And this time, as you exhale, I want you to press your shoulders into the mat and slide your shoulders and your arms down towards your feet. Let's do it one more time. Breathing in as if you're smelling flowers, and then exhaling as if you're blowing out a candle. Make sure that the head is centered. Your gaze is looking up to the ceiling. Both the front and the back of the neck should be long. While breathing deeply, gently move your head from side to side while keeping the back of the head still on the mat. Then bring the head to center. Inhale, lift both arms up to the ceiling and then bring them slightly behind the head. Make sure that your ribcage stays down. It doesn't pop up to the ceiling. We're going to begin now circling the arms to the side and forward beside your hips. And then inhale, lift the arms up and reach them behind the head, while keeping the ribcage down. Again, circling the arms to the side, bring them forward beside the hips, lifting them up to the ceiling, bringing them behind the head. Circling them to the side, bringing them forward beside the hips, lifting them up to the ceiling, bringing them behind the head. Circling them forward, bringing them beside the hips, lifting them up, bringing them behind the head. And circling them to the side, bringing them forward beside the hips, lifting them up, bringing them behind the head. Bring the arms to the side and forward beside the hips and release them to the mat. Re-establishing your neutral spine, pulling your ribcage and your belly button down towards the spine, sliding your shoulders down towards your hips. Take another deep breath in. You're going to use your upper abs to peel your head and shoulder blades off the mat. And you're going to float the arms up beside the hips. Taking a deep breath in your Pilates tuck position, squeezing belly button to spine, keeping the weight of the head forward of the chest as you look down the center line of the torso. Take a few deep breaths in and out here in this position, making sure that you're still maintaining your breath through your nose and your mouth. And then you're going to slowly now release your shoulders and your head to the mat. You're going to this time lift your arms up to the ceiling, bring the arms slightly behind the head, not all the way to the mat because you want to keep that rib cage down to the mat and you want to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Keeping the arms nice and long. Take a deep breath in, lift the arms up above your shoulders. As you exhale, you're going to peel head, peel shoulder blades off. Now I want you to squeeze that ball or that cushion, pull the belly button to spine and roll up as you reach your hands above the legs. If you have difficulty rolling up, take your hands to hold the backs of your thighs and pull yourself up, bringing your forehead towards your knees. From here, you're going to roll up to come to sit in a nice long neutral spine position with the crown of the head lifting up to the ceiling, shoulders back and down. Then you're going to activate the core again, pulling your belly button to the spine. You're going to tuck your tailbone under, keeping that C-curve shape in the spine, and then you're going to slowly release and come back to neutral. If you need to adjust your legs subsiding them forward a little bit so that you can really engage and lengthen the spine, feel free to do so. So you're tucking your tailbone under, coming into your C-curve spine, releasing pelvis, and then lengthening the spine to come to neutral as if you're sitting against the wall. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, coming into your C-curve. Stay in the C-curve. You're going to once again squeeze that ball, engaging now your inner thigh muscles, and you're going to lift your arms straight up to the ceiling. Exhale them to the side and forward. So we're doing the same arm circles, but this time in the C-curve. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, side and forward. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, side and forward. Inhale up. Exhale, side and forward. Leave the arms here. You're going to tuck your chin down towards the chest. Scoop that belly in some more by pulling the belly button to the spine and up behind your rib cage. Slowly release the spine, notch by notch to the mat. Releasing shoulders and head. And then bringing your arms forward and down beside your hips. You're going to slide your feet in towards your buttocks, using your lower abdominal muscles. Ankles coming underneath your knees. Feet should be hip width apart. Activate your inner thigh muscles. Engage your lower pelvic floor muscles and pull your belly button down towards the spine. You're now going to gently squeeze the ball to keep it in place. And then as you exhale, you're going to press your hips up towards the ceiling until your hips come in line with your knees and your shoulders. Hold it here. Take 2 deep breaths. If you want to challenge yourself, you can add the arm circles in this position as well, bringing the arms behind the head, circling to them to the side and bringing them forward towards the feet. Otherwise, you can just keep the arms on the mat, making sure that you keep your pelvis engaged. You're going to just squeeze your glutes as well. Those muscles in your buttocks, activate them. And then if you are circling your arms, you're going to place them back on the mat now. And now we're going to work those inner thigh muscles some more by utilizing that ball. So you're going to squeeze that ball or cushion and then gently release it, but without actually dropping it to the mat. So you're going to inhale, squeeze and hold, exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze and hold, exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze and hold, exhale, release. Now we're going to continue by doing a few more, but you have the option, if you want to kick it up a notch, of lifting your heels off of the floor and doing it in this releve position, or you can continue to keep the feet flat and continue to do that inner thigh engagement. Again, let's go. Squeeze the ball and release. Squeeze the ball and release. 2 more times. Squeeze the ball and release. Last one. Squeeze the ball and release. You're then going to release your heels down to the mat if they weren't already there. And everyone together, let's just curl the spine, gradually releasing the spine to the floor notch by notch. Imagine that your spine is a string of pearls coming down to the mat, pearl by pearl, releasing your pelvis forward and down through your hips to establish your neutral spine position. Inhale, slide your shoulders up to your ears, and then exhale, slide them down away from your ears to return to your starting position in your neutral spine. So I want you to once again engage your upper abdominals, press your rib cage down to the spine and slide your rib cage forward towards your hips. We're going to inhale, peel the head up with a nice long neck. Exhale, lift the shoulders off, float the arms up beside the hips. Now you're going to lift your heels off of the floor. I want you to come onto the very tips of your toes. Squeeze your lower pelvic floor muscles, and you're going to squeeze that ball to lift the knees up directly above your hips. You have the option of keeping your knees bent, or you can straighten your legs either straight up to the ceiling or bringing them forward on a diagonal, because we're going to now do our hundreds. So really lengthening through those arms, sliding your rib cage towards your hips, pulling the belly button to the spine. Let's exhale to empty the lungs, and then pumping the arms from the shoulders up and down. We're going to take 5 deep breaths in through the nose. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now exhale through the mouth. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in and out and in. So make sure that tummy stays pulled in and out. Remember, you can choose the position of your legs and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. You can even mix it up and inhale,
So you don't have to keep the legs on. Exhale the same way all the time. And inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3. We have 2 more sets. Now inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2. If at any time your neck hurts, just relax the head and shoulders to the mat. And last one, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend those knees. Place your hands on your knees. Relax your shoulders and your head on the mat. Pull the thighs towards the chest. Slide elbows down. Take 2 more deep breaths in and out, squeezing that belly button to the spine. Let's lift the arms up, bring the arms behind the head, but release your tailbone forward and down to the mat to return to your neutral spine position. Keep your knees bent. You're going to inhale, lift the arms up to the ceiling, above your shoulders, arm shoulder width apart. Exhale, peel your head and shoulder blades off, slide your ribcage to the hips, press the arms forward and down, and we're going to go into our double leg stretch. So you're going to inhale here, scooping the tummy in, stretching your legs out away from the body. Then as you exhale, squeeze and pull the thighs in. So inhale, extend, and exhale one more time. Inhale, extend the legs, and exhale. So remember, you're still squeezing that ball. Hold it here. You can keep doing just the legs alone, or you can add the arms so you work those upper abs as well. Remember to always keep the head over the chest. So let's go. Inhale, extend, bring your arms beside your ears. Exhale, pull the thighs in, bring the arms forward and down. Inhale, extend legs, bring arms beside the ears. Exhale, bring those thighs in, bring those arms forward and down beside your hips. Inhale, extend legs, bring your arms beside the ears. Exhale, pulling those thighs to the chest, arms come back beside your hips. Last time, extend the legs, bring the arms beside the ears, and bring the arms forward and down, pull the thighs to the chest. Place hands on the knees, relax shoulders and head on the mat, slide your shoulders down. Take 2 deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, using it to reestablish your neutral spine position on the mat. So releasing tailbone down, releasing pelvis through hips, sliding shoulders down away from your ears, and relaxing and lengthening both the front and the back of the neck. So we're now going to keep the head and shoulders on the mat for the next exercise. We're going to place the arms on the mat, palms down, slide shoulders down. We're going to extend those legs up to the ceiling. Ball and cushion still between the legs. We're going to now inhale, bring both legs to the right. Try to keep both hips and buttocks on the mat. Then exhale, bring the legs to center. And let's do the same thing on the left. So both legs towards the left, and then come into center. Now if your hamstrings are still super tight and you find that you're grabbing
the front of the thighs, and you can soften or bend the knees to release the pressure on your quads. So we're going to bring both legs to the right and center. Bring both legs to the left and center. Both legs to the right and center. Both legs to the left and center. Now, we're going to make a complete rotation with those legs while keeping the pelvis and the lower back as stable as possible. So let's bring both legs to the right, bring them slightly forward, bring them to the left, squeeze the abs into center, and bring both legs to the left, circle them slightly forward and to the right, squeeze the abs into center. Legs to the right and forward, to the left and center, and to the left and forward, to the right and center. To the right, both legs forward, both legs left, squeeze the tummy into center and to the left, circle them forward, bring them to the right and squeeze, pulling the legs into center. Bend the knees and slowly release the feet to the mat. You're going to now slide your legs out slightly so your heels are now in front of your knees. You're going to re-engage your core, placing your arms up and bringing them behind the head. Let's take a deep breath in. You're going to lift the arms up to the ceiling as you exhale. Peel head and shoulder blades off, and you're going to roll up, bringing your forehead towards your knees and then lengthening through your spine to come to sit in neutral.
So we're now going to take the ball and we're going to do some exercises on the side of the body. So what I want you to do is, lying in a straight line, take your ball, bend your knees in front. You can place the ball either between your knees as you did before, or if you really want to challenge yourself and ensure that you're really stabilizing through those legs, place the ball through the ankles and then lengthen the legs. You're going to be lying completely on the side of your body, shoulders, hips and feet in a straight line. Your shoulders and your hips should be on top of each other, not one in front of the other. This arm can be in any direction. You just need to allow it to be in a position that you can comfortably rest your head on, and your top hand should be just in front of your rib cage. If you find that you're unable to place your hand here comfortably without rounding through the shoulders, then get a yoga block or any thick book like a telephone directory or something like that. Place in front of your chest and place your hand on that. So we're going to take a deep breath in, not just now engaging and pulling belly button to the spine, but also engaging our obliques or side body muscles, pulling and wrapping them up towards the ceiling. So we're going to take a deep breath, and as you exhale, you're going to squeeze the ball, lifting both legs up, and inhale, releasing both legs down. It's not a huge movement, but if you keep lengthening through those legs, gently squeeze the ball to engage the inner thighs. It's very effective. So lift the legs up and down. 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 One more time, you're going to lift the legs up here. From here, I want you to now engage your upper body, and we're going to gently press into this palm and lift the shoulders up and releasing down. So it's like a side crunch, lifting up while you're still lengthening through the legs and down. 3 more times and up. Make sure to keep the chest open as you come up and down and up. You're still lengthening through those legs, squeezing that ball to hold in place. 1 more time and up and down, and bring the legs down. Now from here, you're just going to completely roll onto your stomach. Immediately rolling onto your stomach. Bring your elbows to the side of the body. Slide your shoulders back and down. Center through your torso. Now your legs are lengthening, right? So that ball is still between your thighs. You're taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to lift your chest up off of the mat, keeping your head in line with neck and spine, so you're not breaking the line of your neck by lifting the head, and then releasing everything down while you still lengthen through those legs. So lifting the chest up and down, lifting the chest up and down. Remember to keep the shoulders back away from your ears. Lifting the chest up and down. 1 more time, lifting the chest up and down. Now we're going to extend the arms forward, and we're going to lift everything up in a full extension using arms, legs and torso. So you're going to lift arms, lift chest, lift legs and release down. Of course, the ball or the cushion is still between your legs. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Lengthening and lifting and down. Make sure you're still breathing. 1 more time. Lengthen and lift and down. We're going to now bend those elbows, overlap those hands. Rest your head on your hands. You're going to bend your knees, pulling your heels towards your buttocks, and we're now going to do some glute work. So you're going to lift your thighs up, squeezing that ball or that cushion, and then release down. Again, not a huge movement, but extremely effective. So squeezing your glutes, lift your thighs up and release it down. Lift your thighs up and release it down. Squeeze the glutes, lift the thighs up and down. Squeeze the glutes, lift the thighs up and down. Squeeze the glutes, lift the thighs up and release it down. Now what's going to happen from here is you're just going to lengthen your legs, and you're just going to roll onto the other side. You're just going to go straight to roll onto the other side. And we're going to do the same thing. Shoulders on top of each other, hips on top of each other, legs lengthening, hand just in front of the chest. So I'm showing you from behind, but I will be turning around so that you can see me from the front as we do the other side. So we're going to lengthen through those legs and lift the legs up and down. Again, remember. So now we're going to start on the opposite side, lengthening and lifting the legs and bringing them down. Lengthen and lift and down. Remember the contraction in the core. Lengthen and lift and down. The openness of the chest. Lengthen and lift and down. Lengthen and lift and down. Now we're adding the upper body. So keep that arm nice and long. We're trying to lengthen through the torso, the side that's on the mat, to lift the shoulder up. So lifting shoulder up, bringing shoulder towards hip and down and up, coming onto your elbow and down and up and down. Remember to lengthen through those legs as you lift them up slightly as you did before. We're just adding the side crunch. This is the last one. And then remember, we're once again going to roll onto our stomachs. Bringing the hands to the side, just outside of the chest, shoulders back and down. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Exhale 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 down. And we're slowly now going to come to a bent position with those knees. Come up to sit. Remove the ball from between the legs. So now we're going to do some exercises with the ball on hands and knees in our tabletop position, continuing with our glute work. So what's going to happen is you're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders, palms directly below your hips. Place that ball between, as far close as you can to the back of the knee, gently squeezing the ball or the cushion so you keep it in place. Your knees are supposed to be below your hips, hip width apart, hands below the shoulders. You're going to take a deep breath, pull the stomach up to the spine. You're going to keep pulling your heel towards your buttocks as you lift that knee up. And you're going to pulse that leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to slowly bring it down. And then we're going to go to the side and bring it in. To the side and bring it in 3 more times, to the side and bring it in 1 more time, to the side and bring it in. Bring that knee down to the mat. Let's switch sides. So ball comes behind the other leg, behind those knees, holding it nice and tight. Make sure your shoulders are once again in position and your hands below those shoulders. Pull and lift core to the spine, lifting knee up in line with your spine, and we're pulsing that leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're bringing that knee down and we're going to open the knee to the side and come in. Open the knee to the side and in. Open the knee to the side and in. Open the knee to the side. Last one. Open the knee to the side. Bring it in and place that leg down. Now we're placing the ball between our knees. We're in tabletop position with the palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath our hips. You're squeezing that ball, utilizing and engaging your inner thigh muscles. You're going to curl your toes under, and we're just going to go into a plank first. So you're going to inhale here. Exhale, lifting your hips up in line with your spine. So your heels are pressed back slightly as you stretch your Achilles, and your knees are on the same level as your heels. You're holding it here, resisting gravity by engaging your core, pulling the belly button up towards the spine. Imagine that there's a string attached to that belly button, pulling all the way up to the ceiling. Engage your lower pelvic floor muscles as well, and then slowly release the knees down. So we're going to do that again, and this time we're going to add a slight twist with it. Now you have the option, if you start to feel anything unusual or not right in your lower back while you're doing the twist, then hold the position and do not add the twist. So inhale here, exhale, squeeze that ball, lift the knees up, holding it, and then we're going to just twist from right to left. So twisting right and center and left and center. The twist happens in the lower part of your body from your waist downwards. So it's mostly your hips. There's no movement in your upper body. Try as much as possible to keep that upper body nice and stable while you squeeze and engage your core. 1 more set. Last one. And release the knees down. Point the feet. You're going to just sit back on those heels. You stretch that spine. Slide your arms forward. Release your chest down and release your head down. Take 2 deep breaths here. And then walk your hands back, bringing them to the outsides of your knees. Scoop the tummy in as you roll up. Shift the weight. Remove the ball. And let's come to sit at the front of your mats once again. Hips in the center of the mat, preferably. Ball between knees or your thighs. And your feet are now in a hip width position. You're going to lift your heels off the floor. Curve your lower back. Scoop that tummy in. Slide your feet in. Take your hands to hold the backs of your thighs. Relax your shoulders and your elbows. Lift the feet up so that the feet are in line with your knees. Squeeze that ball so you're engaging your inner thigh muscles. Let's hold this first. For a few counts, you have the option of continuing to hold your legs, or you can extend your arms if you wish. Just remember to keep the shoulders down. Keep lifting up to the top of the head. And then what's going to happen is either keeping your arms here or holding your thighs. You're going to drop the chin to the chest, scoop that tummy in and roll down. As you gradually release your spine to the mat, the legs come in, enough for the knees to come on top of your hips. You're going to then release your head and shoulders to the mat. Bring your arms up and behind the head slightly as you did before in our session. You're going to slide your shoulders towards your hips and press your rib cage down. Keep the knees here above your hips. As you lift your arms up towards the ceiling, you're going to peel head, peel shoulder blades off. Coming into your tuck, then you're going to bring your knees slightly forward. Keep reaching above the knees and roll up. If you find that you hit a point where you can't pass, take your hands, hold and pull the thighs in to continue to roll up to your balance. You're still squeezing that ball gently. Then you're going to curve the spine, drop the chin to the chest, release the spine to the floor notch by notch, releasing shoulders and head, bring the arms behind you. Again, so inhale the arms up to the ceiling, peel head, peel shoulder blades off, bring your knees slightly forward or rolling up, lifting up through the crown of the head to your balance. And then drop the chin to the chest, curve the spine, release that spine down, release shoulders and head, bring the arms behind you. Keep rib cage and tummy in, and the arms to the ceiling. Peel head, peel shoulder blades off, squeeze the tummy in, rolling up to come to your balance. And drop the chin, rolling down, releasing through the spine. Bring shoulders to head, bring the arms behind you 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. Peel head, peel shoulder blades off, rolling up. Come to your balance. Scoop that tummy in and drop the chin to the chest. Rolling down through the spine, release shoulders and head. Bring the arms behind you. This is the last one. Bring the arms up to the ceiling. Peel head, peel shoulder blades off. Bring the knees slightly forward, rolling up. And holding it. Then drop the chin to the chest. Rolling down through the shoulders and the head. Bring the arms behind you. You're going to relax the knees and bring the feet down. Pull the thighs to the chest. Let's place the ball now to the side of the body. Bring the legs a little bit closer together. Place your hands on top of your knees and we're just going to circle those knees. Making nice, big, round circle motions. Keeping the tummy pulled in. Giving your lower back a massage. And then you're going to reverse it. Circling in the opposite direction. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth still. Bring those knees to center. Open the arms to the side. Gently release both knees to the right side of the body. Turn the head to look to the left. Breathing in and out here. 1 more time. And as you exhale, bring the head to center. Scoop that tummy in. 1 by 1, bring those knees into the chest and release both knees now to the left. Turn the head to look to the right. Breathing in and out. 1 more time. You're then going to bring that right arm up and over to the left side. Extend your right leg and slowly press up. And let's come to sit. With the torso nice and straight. We're going to take the ball if you have one, or if not, remember you have the cushion. Let's place that ball now on the right side. With your right hand, just gently pressing on it. Extend your left arm to the side. Lift your left arm up above the chest. Keep the shoulders down, lengthen through the torso. Inhale here, exhale, you're just going to stretch over towards that side of the body. Keeping the chest open. And then scooping tummy in, engaging side body muscles, pulling up to come to sit nice and tall. Let's do that 2 more times. And lengthening and reaching over. And coming up. Lengthening and reaching over. And coming up. And let's switch arms. Remember, if you don't have a ball or a cushion, you're just placing your palm flat on the mat. and just bending and softening that elbow as you stretch over to the side. So let's lift now the left arm up. Inhale here. Exhale, reaching over. Inhale up. 2 more times. Exhale over. Inhale up. 1 more time. Exhale over. Using side body muscles to come up. And you're now finally going to bring that ball in front. You're just going to roll the ball forward as you bring your torso into a forward stretch. Palms gently pressing into the ball or the cushion. Slide your shoulders back and down. Scoop the tummy in. Take 2 deep breaths here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Really feeling that length along the spine and across your lower back. Sliding your shoulders back and down away from your ears. And then on your second exhalation, you're going to once again contract those abdominal muscles, pulling the belly button towards the spine. Roll the ball in or walk your hands in, slowly stacking the spine up one on top of the other. Those vertebrae stack as you bring your spine to neutral position. Roll the shoulders up, roll them back and down. Turn the head to the right, turn the head to the left. Bring the head to center, drop the chin to the chest, lift the head to the ceiling, and come back to neutral spine and neutral cervical position. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed our little workout with the ball / cushion, whichever one you had at home. Or if you didn't have any of these props, then I'm sure you would have felt a good workout using just your body. I would invite you to please subscribe to my channel. Click that like button. That helps me to know what kind of content that you like. And stay tuned. We have a lot more Pilates coming your way. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time on the mat.